फाउंडर ऑफ डायोटा सोल्यूशन। सर पहले भी हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं काफी बार, और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से ये फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग किस तरीके से करनी है और क्या कर सकते हैं हम, क्या क्या ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल है, उन सारी चीजों पे इनका बहुत अच्छा होल्ड है। और बहुत सालों के एक्सपीरियंस के बाद ये अपनी राय हम तक पहुंच जाते हैं। कौशिक सर, बहुत स्वागत है आज के शो में।
थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी अगेन।
थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपने अपना वक्त हमारे दर्शकों के लिए निकाला। सर ईटीएफ क्या होते हैं, इस पर आपकी क्या राय है? हमारे दर्शक इसे किस तरीके से समझें?
अच्छा, ईटीएफ जो है, ईटीएफ एक हाइब्रिड प्रोडक्ट है, ये म्यूचुअल फंड है। ईटीएफ एक्चुअली इफ यू सी इट्स अ म्यूचुअल फंड व्हिच आल्सो हैज फीचर्स ऑफ अ स्टॉक्स। लाइक स्टॉक्स को हम रोज ट्रेड कर सकते हैं, स्टॉक मार्केट में जाके। सिमिलरली ईटीएफ इज अ म्यूचुअल फंड व्हिच कैन बी ट्रेडेड इन अ स्टॉक मार्केट। ओके, so ये क्यों, why is the concept of ETF came? What happened, the index fund was started about 40 years back by Vanguard in the US, right? And many of the investors started going with the index funds in the US. And suddenly I think they also felt that people have to have some kind of an excitement also, because the passive investments through index funds or a mutual fund, it is boring hote hain. For many investors it is boring, right? You just put the money, put it in an SIP and just forget it for 5 years, 10 years. So actually nahi hota hai. So a new product was created 20 years back, right? ETF is a 20-year-old product where some action can be there for investors, right? They can start trading it like a stock, and they can get into the market, start following all kinds of trends and all that. So the ETF was launched about 20 years back, right? And ETF has evolved over the last 20 years. Right now, if you see in India, I mean, last 1 year, we have been hearing so much about the ETFs today. Today, we have about 100 ETFs in India. Okay, and each one of the ETFs actually invest in an underlying asset class. I mean, so if you look at say Sensex ETF, वो Sensex का जो 30 stocks जो है उसी में ही invest करता है. So there are Nifty ETFs which will invest in the Nifty 50 stocks, and there are Nifty next 50, right? So they invest in the 50 to 100 stocks of Nifty, and there are gold ETFs. So predominantly in India there are those 100 ETFs which are there in the market. They, majority of them today invest in either Sensex or in the Nifty 50 and the gold ETFs. So these are the three majority ETFs that we see in the markets today, and these are emerging as an option for both active as well as a passive investors. There are investors दो तरीके के होते हैं, एक जो actively trade करना चाहते हैं, actively invest करना चाहते हैं, and there are other investors who want to do passive investing, right? So this is a product which can be used by both, right? For whether active investing or a passive investing. It's a hybrid product. In summary, it's a hybrid product which is like a mutual fund which has features of a stock, individual stock. So these are the summary of what an ETF is all about, right?
ओके, ठीक है। तो ये आपने काफी साधारण शब्दों में हमारे दर्शकों को बता दिया है कि ईटीएफ आखिर क्या होते हैं, कितने टाइप के होते हैं और किस तरीके से ये काम करते हैं। तो ईटीएफ बेसिकली म्यूचुअल फंड का ही एक टाइप है, लेकिन इन्हें स्टॉक मार्केट की मदद से आप ट्रेड कर सकते हैं, इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं इनमें। तो ये एक हाइब्रिड प्रोडक्ट बन जाता है। सर, कोई भी अगर हमें ईटीएफ में इन्वेस्ट करना है तो क्या आप कोई टिप्स हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं कि हम एक अच्छा ईटीएफ चूज करें इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए?
See, ETF, if you look at ETF as a long-term investments, even if you see Warren Buffett for the last 6 months, has been advocating for the starting investors, for the investors who are beginning. Like he's been recommending that just go with the S&P 500, which is like our Sensex or a Nifty there in the US. So for a long-term investors, definitely one can look at a Nifty or a Sensex ETF. Dono same hai, almost performance is more or less the same, and they cover the same stocks. So if you look at Nifty stocks, the top 5 stocks almost comprises 50% of the market. Similarly, if I look at the Sensex, the top 4 stocks comprises almost 50% of the market size. So दोनों में ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. So any of the two, Sensex or a Nifty ETF, they can consider for their investments for a long-term purpose, and you can start accumulating slowly on a regular basis, right, through the ETFs options. The 2 factors one has to look at when investing in ETF, there are 2 factors. Most important factors is the liquidity. See, when you are going to the market and when you are trading, there is a possibility that you may not be able to sell your ETF when you need money. So one liquidity factor is a very important factor one has to consider before investing in ETF. There could be a possibility that I may not be able to sell, I may not be able to find the buyer in the market, because I have to find a buyer if I have to sell the ETF. Unlike a mutual fund where there is no, there is no compulsion for me to find the buyer, it is up to the fund manager who will anyway guarantee me the redemption, right? So it doesn't happen in ETF. And second factor is there are many ETFs, as I said, there are about 100 ETFs which are there. Another factor that we consider in selecting the ETF fund is the tracking error, because what happens is if a ETF has to invest in Sensex 30 stocks, they have to invest in the same proportion of the market in the ETF. So sometimes what happens is the markets, as we all know, markets keep changing every minute, and it becomes very difficult for the fund managers or the algorithm to track the index very closely. So there could be a tracking error, what we call as a tracking error. So these are the two factors, most important factors to be considered while investing in the ETF. What is the liquidity available? What is the kind of a tracking error that the ETF has? And this can, you can select a fund which has the least tracking error, which has the experience of investing in index for a longer period of time with the least tracking error, and also can provide, better liquidity. A large fund, so if you look at, it's a difference between, if I look at even the Nifty ETF today in India, SBI, ETF Nifty is way ahead of any other ETF. They will have a lakh of crore. SBI ETF has a lakh of crore of AUM compared to a smaller fund, which some of the funds have less than 10 crore in the ETF. So if you compare a 10 crore ETF and a lakh of crore ETF, there's a lot of difference that is there. A lakh of crore ETF can provide you a better liquidity compared to a 10 crore ETF. So, the size also matters. What is the, size of the fund that you're investing, that matters a lot. That can provide better liquidity for, whenever I want to sell my ETF.
ठीक है, तो कोई भी ETF को सिलेक्ट करने से पहले लिक्विडिटी उसकी चेक कर लें। ये यहाँ पर जो सर ने बताया कि यहाँ पर आपको खुद से बाय और सेल करना है, कोई एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी नहीं है, कोई मैनेजर नहीं है जो आपके बिहाफ पे इस काम को करेगा। तो ये आप जरूर चेक कर ले कि जिस भी ETF में आप इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं उसमें लिक्विडिटी अच्छी खासी हो, उसका ट्रैक चेक कर लें। तो ये कुछ टिप्स आपने हमारे साथ शेयर कर दिए। सर, जब हम बात करते हैं ETF की, तो यहाँ पे मैं सवाल करना चाहूंगी कि क्या अंतर होता है एक इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक में और ETF में? क्या मेजर डिफरेंस है या फिर एक जैसे ही होते हैं, एक तरीके से ही काम करते हैं?
बहुत डिफरेंस है एक्चुअली। इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक एंड ETF में बहुत सारा डिफरेंस होते हैं। सी इफ यू सी द सेंसेक्स 30 और निफ्टी 50 स्टॉक्स, लास्ट 1 year since April 2020, and we had this major event when the market falling by about 30% and suddenly rising by about 100%. So now what has happened is many investors are being actually fooled by this random event that they could make money with individual stocks, but that doesn't happen. If I look at 2,000 stocks in the market, which is listed, top 2,000 stocks, there are about 4,000 stocks listed. Out of the 2,000 stocks, more than 50% of the stocks still have not risen beyond their 2016, 2017 value. So picking an individual stock is becoming tougher and tougher every day nowadays, right? And especially going forward. So far, last 1 year, no investor would have experienced a big loss because, as I said, it's been a random event. Whatever you put, either you make profit or you did not lose money. But if you look at a cycle of a 20 years, 10-year cycles, if you look at markets, definitely reverse directions, and there could be a loss that can happen. Picking an individual stock, can be very tricky at this point of time, right? When I start buying from now onwards, right? So that is where ETF can protect investors from a massive losses that can happen in an individual stocks. Whatever happens, see, some ETFs will always rise. It may fall. It may fall along with the cycles that happens in the market. See, when market Sensex fell from 40,000 to 26,000, I'm sure the ETFs would have also fallen by about 30%. All the Sensex ETFs would have fallen by 30%. But what has happened is they would also have risen by 100% ETFs. But some of the stocks which have fallen by 30-40% during that March period have still not risen. So it is no guarantee that the stock will rise, right? There are many stocks may not rise back only. But when the market starts rising, ETFs will definitely start rising back because of the combination of stocks or the basket of stocks that is underlying within the the fund. So it provides almost an average mechanism where in a long term you will definitely end up making money on ETF, but that guarantee is not there with a single stock. So that's a major difference between a single stock and an ETF. So any new investor entering into the market for the first time, right, should definitely consider ETF as a way to start their investments rather than looking at a stock picking. Because even the experienced people who've been there in the market for 20-25 years, when they are struggling to pick stocks, it's definitely not going to be a job for starting investors who are starting, especially as we are seeing in the last 15 months. Number of demat accounts that's been opened in India is phenomenal. From 2015 to 2020, for 5 years, we had about 1 crore of demat account. But only in last 1 year, we have seen more than 2.5 crore demat account being opened, which means that there are more and more investors who are coming into the market. And we see with easy investing platforms, many of the digital platforms are again exciting to the investors, and we will see the digital explosion coming into the investings as well. And we are seeing that. And especially for all those millennials who are entering into the market for the first time, who have not seen the market cycles for the last 20-25 years, it will be ideal that they consider ETF as an option rather than trying to pick stock, especially from going now onwards, as the market has really topped up. And from next to 2 to 3 years, it may not be what we have seen in the last 1 year. So that's the essential difference between a stock and an ETF. ETF virtually guarantees a return in the long term, but your stock may not. The company may not even exist after 10 years. Some of the companies we've seen that they don't even exist after 10 years. So ETF will always be existing, right? Unless there is something happens massively with the fund. That's why a smaller fund, but even then the chances of losing money on the long term is very, very low on the ETFs.
ओके ठीक है, लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए ETF बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे गारंटीड रिटर्न आपको मिलने ही वाला है. ट्रेड इसका या इन्वेस्ट इसमें बिल्कुल स्टॉक मार्केट की तरह ही किया जाता है, लेकिन म्यूचुअल फंड का जो मेजर इसमें रोल होता है कि वो एक गारंटीड रिटर्न आपको देता है, तो वो यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा. लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए आप इसे खरीद सकते हैं, ले सकते हैं और होल्ड करके रख सकते हैं. सर का कहना है कि जिस तरीके से कभी कभी होता है कि स्टॉक्स जो हैं वो 10 साल हो सकता है वो एग्जिस्ट करे, वो कंपनी एग्जिस्ट करे या ना करे, लेकिन ETF यहाँ पे आपको ये जो रिस्क है ये थोड़ा सा आपका कम कर देता है, इसलिए हमें ETF की तरफ जाना चाहिए. और सर आपने व्यू भी अपना शेयर कर दिया है कि आने वाले 2 से 3 सालों में आपको क्या लगता है, लेकिन फिर भी मेजरली आपको क्या लगता है ETF में और क्या क्या नए ट्रेंड्स आ सकते हैं, या भारत में लोग किस तरीके से इनमें इन्वेस्ट करना शुरू करेंगे?
See, one thing is definitely if ETF is going to grow, because as we see the pension fund itself, if you look at the NPS and if you look at the employee provident fund has to mandatorily invest 15% of their total size of the corpus in the ETFs, and similarly NPS, the pension fund is also investing in ETF. So this is a major driver for the ETFs. The ETF size is really going to grow in the next few years. In the coming years, it will definitely keep on growing. And also what we will see is the second trend that we will see is today, as I said, we are having about 100 ETFs in the country, and most of them are in Sensex and ETFs and gold. I mean, these are the 3 asset classes which are being considered by ETFs today. But as I see in the US markets, in the global markets, in the US alone, the number of ETFs which are available is more than 4,000. There are different varieties, different exotic types of ETFs available. There are leveraged ETFs, there are specific sector-specific ETFs. There are more and more ETFs are available. We are also talking about now, and the US is also contemplating about ETFs on cryptocurrencies as well. So we will see the options for ETFs will also increase. Rather than just restricting to just a top Sensex or a Nifty or a gold, we're going to see more options coming in. We're going to see, the top ones, especially the top ones which are already there, are going to see more inflows coming in through the pension fund itself. So they're going to be much more stable. I mean, the top ones will definitely be stable, and the new exotic ones may have a lot more risk compared to the Nifty or a Sensex ETF. But those are, those can provide more excitement for those active investors. There are active investors who will want to trade for the short term and make some, quick money. Maybe that might provide some excitement for them as well. But for the long-term investors, definitely, the broad index will definitely, is going to grow and become much more stable, and then we see a lot more volumes coming into that broad index ETFs.
ओके तो जब हम बात करते हैं डाइवर्सिफिकेशन की, तो बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है कि हम अपने रिस्क को मैनेज करते हुए चलें। स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, आप ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, जरूर करें, उसके साथ बहुत से और मेथड्स मौजूद हैं मार्केट में जहां पे आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। तो ईटीएफ उनमें से एक है। हमारे एक्सपर्ट का कहना है कि आने वाले वक्त में इसमें भी ऑप्शंस बढ़ेंगे। हाल फिलहाल आपको कुछ ही ऑप्शंस मिल रहे हैं ईटीएफ में, गोल्ड हो गया, सेंसेक्स, ये वगैरह, ये जितने भी हैं, इनके अलावा भी ये ओवरऑल ग्रो कर सकता है और ऑप्शंस आपको मिल सकते हैं। तो ये एक अच्छी चीज हो जाती है। कौशिक सर, बहुत अच्छे तरीके से आपने हमारा ईटीएफ का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो क्लियर कर दिया है एकदम। अब हमें समझ आ गया है कि ईटीएफ एग्जैक्टली एक हाइब्रिड प्रोडक्ट है, म्यूचुअल फंड है, जिसे हम स्टॉक मार्केट के साथ इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं उसमें, और उसे खरीद या बेच सकते हैं, बिल्कुल वैसे जैसे किसी शेयर के साथ करते हैं। तो ये तो अब हमें क्लियर हो गया है। आज का एपिसोड बहुत ही ज्यादा मजेदार और इन्फॉर्मेटिव रहा। हमारे साथ जितने भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं, लगभग 400 लोग अभी हमें देख रहे हैं, तो उन सबको ये नॉलेज मिली होगी। तो इसके लिए आपका बहुत धन्यवाद हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। जाते जाते क्या आपके कोई टॉप रिकमेंडेशंस होंगी ईटीएफ के लिए जो आप हमारे साथ शेयर कर सकते हैं, जिन्हें आप फॉलो कर रहे हो?
See, right now, as I said, the largest ETF in the country is SBI, ETF, where most of the pension funds and especially the public employee provident fund is investing there, and that is a very good option if I'm looking at a 5 to 10 year plus investment horizon. Our largest fund, very stable fund, more and more inflows are going to come there. And even though market may go through volatility, I may see short-term losses, but for the long term, if I do on a regular basis my SIP के जरा monthly investment जो regularly करता रहूँ, उसमें I can definitely see benefit over a 5 to 10 year period in that particular fund, which is the largest ETF in the country today.
ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारे एक दर्शक हैं ललित मेहता, इनका यही सवाल था कि किस ईटीएफ में इन्हें इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, कौन सा ईटीएफ बेस्ट है। तो वो कौशिक सर ने बता दिया है, जिसे वो फॉलो कर रहे हैं, तो एसबीआई बता दिया है, तो आप इसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। कौशिक सर, आने वाले वक्त में भी इसी तरीके के कुछ टॉपिक्स को उठाते रहेंगे ताकि फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी ज्यादा से ज्यादा हम फैला सके शो के माध्यम से। आज के शो में जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much.